2023 Chicago mayoral election, early voting opened at all 50 wards location. Early voting in 50 wards and downtown sites in City of Chicago runoff municipal elections began Monday, March 20th and will run through Election Day, April 4th. Chairwoman Marisol Hernandez, Chicago Board of Election Commissioners, gave updates on voting options and vote by mail application totals so far. The runoff elections are for the city mayor and aldermen in 14 wards. The board is also urging eligible citizens to consider being election judges on April 4th. All 50 ward early voting sites and the board super site, 191 North Clark, will be open as vote centers on Election Day, that is April 4th. ITV Gold Chicago correspondent Prachi Jaitley has the story. Take a look.
Early voting for April 4th runoff elections started today on March 20th. Chicago Board of Election Commissioners Chairwoman Marisol Hernandez briefed the media about the early voting in all 50 yards and 2 downtown sites that begins Monday, March 20th. The early voting will run through Election Day, which is April 4th. Hi everyone, this is Prachi Jaitley and we are here once again at the super site of Chicago Board of Elections, and we are here because we are going to have runoff elections on April 4th for mayor's office as well as for the 14 wards in city of Chicago. And the early voting has started today here at this location and other locations as well. We'll provide you that information in this video. And there is once again I would request people who are multilingual to come out and be an election judge if you are able to. That way you can help the community as well. And so mail-in ballots are also available, and for that also we'll be getting more information from the officials here who are going to be giving us the details about the runoff elections, about the mail-in ballots, the deadlines, and other details as well.
I'm here to request all citizens of Asian Indian origin, resident of Chicago, to please come out to vote for the mayor of our city, as well as the 14 aldermen remaining to be selected. नमस्कार, कृपया आप लोग आगे आएं. हमारे जो मेयर हैं, नगर अध्यक्ष हैं, उनके लिए आकर वोट करें. और 14 ऑल्डरमैन अभी भी बचे हुए हैं सेलेक्ट होने में, उनको वोट करें आकर. मेयर का सिलेक्शन एक बहुत ही अहम सिलेक्शन होता है. हमारे पास 2 कैंडिडेट्स हैं और ये ज़रूरी है कि आप लोग प्लीज़ आगे आएँ और हमारे शहर के मेयर को कौन बनने वाले हैं इस बात को आप चुनें. बहुत शुक्रिया.
I really appreciate the South Asian community here in Chicago. It's a large group and an active group, and I'm hoping that activity that they've shown will result in a higher turnout for mayor and alderpersons in certain wards. Every one of us has an interest in selecting the candidate who we feel will do the most for our community, for our people, and for our children, our families. And I'm hoping that everyone will realize how important it is to come out and vote and express their opinions on these candidates. Judges are the most important persons on election day, and we attempt to put judges in their precincts and wards close by, and especially judges who speak a second language. It is so important for them to come out and help us make the election process easier for the voters. So if anyone is a voter, a registered voter, you can be an election judge for that one day. That would be wonderful. You will be compensated for it, and you will be helping your neighbors.
Absolutely. And once again, thank you so much for reaching out to the ethnic media, because we really want to spread the word so that we have a great turnout. So thanks to Miss Mehta and you guys for having involvement from our side so that we can
Oh.
reach out to more and more people.
I am so happy to reach out, and I am even happier that you and all the other ethnic groups have responded and come out. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Charles Holiday Jr., Executive Director for Chicago Board of Election. Ahead of our April 4th municipal runoff, I ask that all voters come out. This is a very important election. We have vote by mail, early voting, and election day voting. So with all the avenues for voting, we're looking and we would love to have a bigger turnout. So again, I encourage you to come out and help make this a successful election, and let's vote for the mayor of our choice. And those wards that have automatic runoffs, please come out and help elect your alderman so we can keep our city running very well. Thank you.
We didn't have the turnout that we were hoping for on election day. A lot less people showed up on election day. That meant that a lot more people voted by mail than they've ever had for a municipal election. Turns out nearly 30% of our voters voted by mail. So we've had about the same amount of voters that showed up as 2019. It's a little disappointing because we always want to see a higher turnout than previous elections. But it also shows that nothing's really out of whack, that about the same amount of voters that voted in 2019 showed up this time. They just chose to vote by mail instead. So April 4th, this is the third time the city's had a citywide runoff for a mayor's race. So the motto for this election for us is once more with feeling. A lot of people who just voted, we're asking you to vote again for April 4th. If you're not in one of those 14 wards where you have a runoff race for alderperson, you've got a real short ballot. It's just two names, the two names for mayor. So early voting is open now. It's open over the next 2 weeks, as well as the option to vote by mail until March 30th at 5 p.m. So please come out and vote one more time. This is the last one for 2023. Real important race. This is the one that's going to determine who our mayor of Chicago is going to be.
Again, all the facilities have been provided. It's just your turn now to get out of your home or send in the mail-in ballots. And for the students also, you guys have enough locations, right?
That's right. We do have 3 universities that will be open next week from 10 to 5. We could always use more locations in the future. So if you're a university and you want to serve as an early voting site, a temporary early voting site in March 2024, we do want to hear from you. Give us a call, let us know. But we've got 3 universities, Northeastern University, Chicago State, as well as University of Chicago. They'll all be open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week from 10 to 5. Go to chicagoelections.gov, our early voting page, to learn more. You'll see all the sites that are open, as well as all their times and all their dates.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Max. Again, it's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for giving us all the information, and we wish you all the best.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.